is June 20th, 2005, and I am here at Friendship Village interviewing Betty Koch. First, start off with telling me your full name, please.
Well, my full name is Mary Elizabeth Koch, but I've gone by Betty most of my life.
Betty, okay. And where were you born, Betty?
I was born September 16, 1921. I was born in Pittsburgh.
Betty, could you please tell me a little bit about your experiences during World War II?
Well, I was a member of the Homefront.
Okay.
And my husband had, when he was tested, when he was first drafted, they made him an A1. And he said, well, he didn't want to go in the Army. He wanted to go in the Navy because he said, at least they have clean beds in the Navy.
In what ways did rationing affect you?
Well, of course, everything during the war was hard to find. Food. We had no nylon hose, were unknown. There were a few silk hose, which we didn't like, but we ended up painting our legs like we had stockings on. And that rubbed off on everything. It was a mess, but it was better than nothing, I guess. And we stood in line sometimes for an hour if there were a few nylons came in, and we'd wait outside the store for an hour or more to get a pair of nylons. Stood in line to get a pound of butter sometimes because food was all rationed. If you were lucky, like we were, we had a landlord who worked at a market downtown, and he was in charge of the dairy area, and he gave us little slips that said 1 pound of butter, and we could take it down and get it when we needed it. And if you knew your local butcher, which we did, he would lay aside a package for you, and you never knew what was in it. You just bought it sight unseen. Mm-hmm. And he would have bologna in there was the favorite one to put in the meat. And he might have a couple of pork chops or some other kind of meat that you really liked. And you just took what you got, and that was it.
Tell me more about your general recollection of the war.
It seemed long. It went on and on and on. And when VJ Day came, wow. I was working downtown at the time. I worked in a bank. And we all rushed out on the street. Everybody was out in the street yelping and carrying on.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.